Hey guys, welcome back to episode 5 of drafting and creating the ancient world, a future of literature and media entertainment. And you are here with me as I am here with you. And we're creating something magical, man. So, join along as we create this magnificent story of epic proportions, describing the hardships felt by all teens, the mental woes that everyone deals with growing up in life. I changed my camera angle again. Didn't you like it? Hey, I kind of like this one. I think I like this one the best. I had to take it off the tripod. Anyways, it was a good day. It's time to write the next section of the book. Right? Nothing to it but to do it. Right? Dear. It's a hot day. It's a hot day today and a hot day tomorrow. It's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow, and it's 25 degrees today. I live in Canada, so I talk in Celsius. So 30 degrees is like 90 or 92 degrees in America or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's get on with it. You know what we do here, so vibe out with whatever you're doing, because for the next 5 to 10 minutes, you and I are going to be speed running. And hey, write yourself if you. I know it sounds. Well, maybe it isn't silly, but if you want to write too, go ahead. Don't let me stop you. But yeah, I speed run it just to make the videos shorter. It seems that my average video is probably going to be between 15 to 25 minutes long, just because that's how long it takes me to write the 750 words. Sped up 5. I probably only spend about 40 to 50 minutes with you guys, and I do my entire daily word count in those 40 to 50 minutes. And that's why I was like, man, I should really do like 1,000, 2,000 words a day, but I don't know what it was. It got to me and it burnt me out. It was my first time ever committing to a serious project, a goalpost, and it just really got to me, doing 1,200 words a day. So I think 750 words a day is a great place to be. And sometimes I easily go over by 100 or 200, but I do make sure I stop while the passion is there, because that is that's the thing you should do, is stop while the passion is still there. So yeah, we're about to enter this. Anyways, yeah. You'll read it when the book comes out, darn it. But yeah, let's get into it. Well, guys, we did it. We're all done. What's its face? Tonight's session of Draft 2. And it went well. We're currently in the inciting incident, so there's a lot of angles and there's a lot to get through, but it's really exciting. And I'm not crying as much, but I might be crying in the next scene because that's the climax of the inciting incident. And I've actually been battling a lot if I should keep the old man in the story, but I think it's right. I think it's very right that he dies as the inciting incident, leaving the boy alone again in a world he doesn't know, full of monsters trying to kill him. And eventually, just like in chapter 3 of Harry Potter, the boy meets all the other children and all the other survivors of the Great War in the prequel series. So, yeah, I think it's really great. I think it's a story that everyone's going to enjoy. I think it's going to be heartfelt across the entire world, through many languages and cultures. Because this isn't a Western story. This is a story about humanity, about life, and about death and pain and suffering. And I was watching a coach on YouTube the other day, and she actually mentioned how it's very frankly disrespectful for authors to delve into morally complex stories and characters without having understood life on on a matured level or an educated level. And not only am I mature, but I'm educated and I've experienced a lot. And I'm definitely highly interested in pursuing my PhD in psychology. So, on a matter of do I understand how to write these people and how to really explain the depth of pain and sorrow in the human existence, yeah, a lot better than most writers out there, considering... Okay, let's not go there, but... yeah, let's not go there, but yeah, yeah, I understand what I'm talking about a lot better than most people, and that's why I can create the ancient world. That's why I can talk about parents murdering their children in ritualistic sacrifices, about brothers killing their siblings, about kids killing their parents, about best friends betraying each other, about lovers making the ultimate decision of not being together, at devils and gods warring with each other, killing billions of humans as though it's a chess game. It's deeply morally complex, and the person that was she has ginger hair. Anyways, what am I talking about? But she was talking about why heroes are boring in today's stories, and I'm sure if anyone, you guys probably recognize her. But yeah, she just posted the video like 2 or 3 days ago. And she's talking about why heroes are boring in today's stories and books and movies and everything. And she had a great point, and I loved all her. I loved her video and everything she had to say, and yeah, I understand what I'm talking about, and I understand it better than most people will ever comprehend. And that's why I'm the author and you're the readers. But this inciting incident is quite brutal. Quite brutal. I didn't realize how brutal it was until I started doing Draft 2 again, and I looked through the notes and looked through Draft 1, and I'm like, holy smokes. I actually think it's very important that the old man dies now, because I was really adamant. As I was going through my 2-month break from drafts, I was like, you know what, I think it's good if the old man stays alive. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep him in the book. I'm gonna blah, blah. And I see all these crazy new stories. But like, just stick to the original story. And yeah, it's so brutal, the death and everything. It's just so gut-wrenching for the boy to experience. And it makes a hugely beautiful, inciting incident. I tell you that so much. So I really think it's going to go off with a smash. So again, thank you all for being here. come back to the next video because this is a lifelong journey for all of us. I got 27 books to be written. That's an average of 1 to 1.5 books published a year. A lot of you may not comprehend what that. What do you mean 1.5? It means that some years there'll be 2 books released, but most years there'll only be 1. So an average of 1.5 books released a year for the next 27 years. And that's just one book series. I have a massive space opera series called The 10 Days of Darkness. Anyways, I can go all day about my book series and everything that I'm a creativist. I'm an author. I have endless ideas. Once this 27 book universe is done, I have another, I think it's a 6-book universe, and it's a huge modern day political drama, space opera, military. It's so brutal and so intense. and then I got tons of other book ideas like The Lantern, The Old Man and the Fox, When the Earth Went Silent. Like, I got a whole list over there. I don't want to show you guys it right now, but another time. But yeah, I got a whole list of screenplays and a whole list of original book ideas that I have, and screenplays, original screenplays, and screenplay adaptations that I would love to adapt myself. So yeah. Anyways, until next time, I thank you all for showing up, and take care. Beautiful, beautiful session today. Thank you all for being here. Cheers.